Hey everybody, Kitty here from NuStrength, and welcome to another episode of NuStrength Sugar Babes. And on this show, we are all about helping women win at life. So the problem in the fitness industry is that it is filled with quick fix diets, so Michelle Bridges, F45, that just, make you eat bird food and make you train 6 days a week because, they prey on your desperation to lose weight really quickly. And what happens? You lose weight, but then you get all these other issues. So, can't sleep through the night, terrible menstrual cycle issues, digestive issues, binge eating is a massive one. And you're just constantly stuck on this yo-yo diet train. So, at NuStrength, we're all about sustainability, and we're about helping, women, not only get the body that they want, but we also want them to feel good. So we want them to sleep through the night. We want them to, want to bang their husband again. We, have sex drive, have great digestion, shit every single day, except I'm not supposed to be swearing. It's hard for me, sleep through the night and just love their body and get their confidence back and stop binge eating, of course, because I think that's just such a massive one. So today on the show, I have April Orford. So say hey, April.
Hi guys.
So April is a single mum of 2 kids. She's extremely strong. She's a little pocket rocket. She, I think, sits at about she's way leaner than I am. So 16% body fat or something crazy like that. You're pretty lean, hey? Yeah. She eats 2,500 in calories or something.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, 2.5. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So she trains 3 days a week. She's had a bit of a hard life, with an abusive relationship, and she's come out of that, and she's, she's just amazing. Anyway, she'll tell you more about her backstory. But tell everyone, April, about some of the changes, I guess, that you've seen since you've started the Win at Life program.
Look, biggest changes I've noticed is definitely my moods. I'm just so much more capable to be able to deal with everyday life. I've got a lot of shit going on in my life, just back and forth from court over the past 2.5 years. An ex that just gives me a hard time constantly. Dealing with behavioural issues with children just due to the fact of all that stuff going on too. But yeah, since starting, just anything that's thrown at me is kind of just hits me and just slides off. I'm sleeping so much better. My digestion, oh my God, it's so great to be able to do every day. I think at one point I did weigh myself before and straight after, and it was 1.2 kilos.
Nothing more satisfying than a big poo. It's a simple pleasure that everyone should enjoy.
Yeah. Exactly. Quite often, not often talked about. So that would have to be one thing. Also, my skin. I've had bad skin on and off my whole life. So since starting, it's progressively clearing up. So I've got a bit of scarring and stuff going on, but it used to be really cystic and inflamed and really sore. So it's amazing. I used to be embarrassed to kind of just even walk out, but it's now.
And I think you're leaner, right? You're leaner and you're eating more food. So you're eating more sugar. You've lost body fat, and you're training less, and you're eating way more calories. I think you started on 1,600 maybe when you first started with us.
When I was first, I think it was about 1,600. Yeah.
So
it was
1,000 more calories, and you're leaner. And you're training less.
Yeah, I don't know how I used to eat so little. I just don't know.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I often think about that too.
Eat meat, I used to think, I'm eating a load of food, but compared to now, my God, I'm like, I'm not going back there. That's just crazy. But training 3 days. To be honest, my goal was to increase my muscle mass and sort of, maintain my body fat percentage. So. Look, I'm the heaviest I've ever been, and it's not, it's not fat. It's
muscle.
It's muscle.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Awesome. And talk a bit about, tell the viewers about you know, what you tried in the past, and I guess what you really struggled with before coming to the program. Because I know you were a really big binge eater, and you've done all the quick fix diets and the competing. And
yeah, so okay, I started sort of pit eating. I did a bit with Cheryl Frost sort of early last year, and you know, started off that way, and then I decided that I was going to compete late last year, and then I signed up with another coach, and you know, it was really crap. It was high protein, you know, really minimal carbs towards the end, and you know, so many supplements. I tell you, like, my kitchen was a chemist. And yeah, I got down to where my goal was, which is like 10% body fat. I was like 50 kilos, and I thought it was great at the time, but afterwards it was just horrendous. So because I'd had so much protein, like my digestive system was just shot. I just was no carbs. It's amazing how much better you can function eating carbs, because I used to walk into the supermarket and completely forget why I was there and just burst into tears. So post comp, after, like, I just
the binge eating.
Yeah, big time. I went through like a tub of peanut butter in a day, and it was just gross. I felt so disgusting. I couldn't poo for about a month. It just hurt to go to the toilet. Nothing would ever come. You know, I was really scared to increase my calories because, you know, afraid of seeing my body fat percentage come up, and it was ridiculously low as it was. So yeah, just started binge eating again. I signed up with Cheryl to, you know, she put something together for me. I followed that for a while, you know, and then was still scared to start increasing my calories, and I just wasn't getting any stronger in the gym. I was just fucking aching all over, really restless, sleeping. Yeah, it was just horrendous.
Can you even imagine doing that again? Like eating that low calories now that you eat this much, and going back to training 6 days a week?
No way. I love training 3 days a week. Like, I used to be obsessed with training every day, and I would get the like irrits if I wouldn't go to the gym. Like, I would just sit there and just be twiddling and twitching and think, oh, I really gotta go. I gotta go to the gym. But yeah, it's 3 days is great. It means I've got more time to, you know, spend with my kids when I've got them, you know, do my other everyday tasks, you know, do things around the house more, spend more time on myself, you know, at work or with family, or, you know, doing other things, rather than, you know, flogging myself at the gym and just aching constantly, dragging myself through workouts, just thinking, oh, I've just got to get this done. That would take twice as long because I had absolutely no energy to get them done.
I remember when you sent me an email when you first started working with us, and you were like, Kitty, for the first time in how many years, I've actually can sit down and enjoy the same meal with my kids.
Yeah.
So all the mums out there that cook these separate meals.
Yeah. Well, because, I used to cook separate all the time. You know, they would eat one thing and then I would eat another. My kids used to actually say to me, Mum, this was after comp, I thought you could eat real food now. I'm like, yeah, I can, but I just choose to eat this way.
Yeah, this bird food.
Yeah.
So if you could, like, if you had yourself a year ago in front of you, what would you tell her to do? What would you say to her? What advice would you give to her?
Don't compete, you fucking fool.
Eat some real food.
Yeah, eat some real food. Eat some real food. And that's 100%. Find the right way to get the body that you want and do it right. Instead of pumping yourself full of all this artificial stuff.
vegetables and nuts and seeds and starving yourself. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's you know, I think, you know, for anyone who's watching this, you know, they're probably wondering, well, because, you know, they've done all the programs. Like, you've done all the programs before. You've tried and you've failed, and you're probably thinking, well, how is this different? And, you know, some of the objections that we get, and you know, one of the big ones is, and you're a single mum, so you're a single mum of two, is time. And they say, I don't have the time. Well, how easy is it to fit this in your life?
Honestly, look, it's so easy. It takes a bit of learning to get it right, but honestly, it becomes second nature. You know, if you spend a little bit of time initially learning how to do things right, and just, you know, food, for instance, just cook a little more on a weekend, and save yourself so much more time throughout the week. It's amazing to be able to just grab something out of the fridge, just warm it up, and bang, dinner's done. You know, particularly through the week. Look, a lot of mums, you know, you got kids who play sports. You know, and the training is, you know, between the hours of like 5:30 and 7, and that's generally dinner time for a lot of people. So, you know, even for the kids, like, I prep their meals as well, and just grab it. They'll eat either before, like really early in the afternoon, and then have something when we come home from training. You know, it makes it just so much easier, rather than stuffing around, having to go out, and, you know, kids are all tired and cranky because they've been training for hours, and then they come home and you still got to worry about cooking dinner. So grab it out, bang, there it is, done. So
and I think too, another big one is, like, people, it's money. You know, oh, I don't have the money, and you know, I guess share with the viewers what it was like for you when you first joined us. I remember you, single mum again, didn't have a lot of money. I remember you said to me, you're like, I can't afford not to do this. And I think a lot of mums are like that. Like, they think it's selfish investing in themselves, when investing in themselves is actually going to be so much better for your kids.
100%. Look, being a single mum, I honestly, things really tight. So I, at the time, thought, I can't really afford to do it. But I was just in, like, just a really bad spot. And I knew that if I didn't do something about it, then things were only going to get worse. And, you know, how I am reflects on my kids. They pick up on my mood. So if I'm happy, then they're happy too. You know, if I'm irritable, they can sense that, and they get a little stressed out, not knowing what to do. So, look, I used to be one of those mums who, you know, gave absolutely everything, done everything for my kids, all the dishes all the time, you know, picked up after them, did that. You know, even for my ex, I, you know, basically wiped his bum every time I went to the toilet. So, since separation, I've taken a total back step and just thought, because at that stage, I had no kids, I had no partner, and I was alone. I pretty much had even no clothes. I had to go shopping and buy stuff because I wasn't allowed to come home. So at that stage, you know, from doing so much and giving so much of myself to my family, who I thought, you know, that's what my job was to do. I you know, given one circumstance that's happened, and I had nothing to show for everything I'd ever done for the people that I loved the most. And I had, you know, nothing for myself even. And that really woke me up to think that, you know, all of my energy went into something, and, you know, I was just left in the wind, blowing in the breeze. So, look, for all you mums out there, you are the most important person. I get what it's like. You want to do everything for your family. And yeah, you still can, but you know what? Take the time out for yourself, because you are number one. If you can't look after yourself and be the best version of you, you're not giving the best version of you to your family. And at the end of the day, you know, if something does happen, at least you know that you're happy with yourself the way that you are, and that you've got more ability to be able to cope on your own for that. That's been my biggest learning from all of it is just being able to do things for myself that because there has been so much that hasn't been in my control, and being able to control what I'm doing with myself in terms of my training and nutrition, it makes me feel better as a person.
Yeah.
So,
and if there was a mum, you know, watching this and they were sitting on the fence wondering whether they should invest in themselves, what would you tell them?
Oh, look, do it. Honestly, you know, it's okay to be a little selfish at times. You really need to look out for yourself. You know, you want to be the best version of you for your husband. You know, if you're really not happy with yourself, you know, and you're not doing anything about it, then it's not going to get any better. So just take the step and do something to be able to, you know, better yourself. And it's not only you who's going to benefit from it. There's so many aspects of your life, your relationships with your husband, you know, or with your children, immediate family, your work, you know, ethic is going to improve. You're going to be able to see things so much more clearly and just be, you know, just take on tasks that be, you know, just a breeze.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing that, April. And if you're watching this, I'm going to post a link below. Click on the link and you can put in an application to work with us. And, you know, it'll change your life. This program changed my life so much. I left my job in mining. It's changed your life, April.
100%.
Yeah. And, you know, it can change yours too. So thank you so much, April. And I will see everyone next week for another episode.
Thanks, Kitty. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.